Now we're going to switch on to the next speaker. So we're going to be joined by Dylan Hinson, who's going to speak about our op-ed campaign. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for all the great speakers we've heard tonight. I think I'm kind of wrapping it up. But yeah, I just wanted to talk tonight. They've all given you the reasons why it's so important that we pass this Peace Corps Reauthorization Act. And, I'm here now to tell you maybe one way at least you can help the National Peace Corps Association with getting this act passed. So over the last month and a half, and then actually last year, we had the same thing. We've been doing this op-ed campaign where we've been writing op-eds to our local newspapers to help highlight the Peace Corps Reauthorization Act and to help put some pressure on our Congress people to see it authorized or see it passed. And so I've been working with the returned Peace Corps volunteers from Environmental Action. I originally served in Peace Corps Namibia in 2016 and 2018. And I've been helping the Return Peace Corps volunteers from Environmental Action with a letter to the editor campaign. We meet every second Tuesday of the month, and we've been writing letters to our local papers to support climate policy. And so it was an easy shift for me to start working on this op-ed campaign. Op-eds are a little bigger than letters, but they still get the point across that we're trying to support policy through our local newspapers. And the reason we focus on local newspapers when we're supporting policy is because, first of all, anyone can do it. Anybody can write to a local paper. It's free. Secondly, Congress monitors the local newspapers. So if you write and you put the bill number and you put your congressional representatives' names in a local paper, their staff are going to be monitoring those local papers for mentions. And if they see that and they see the Peace Corps Reauthorization Act, they'll mention it to their congressperson. It helps elevate the bill's presence in the congressperson's mind. And then lastly, of course, if we get pieces in our local papers, it helps build support for the Peace Corps in our local communities. Some people may not even know Peace Corps is still going. So I think it's important, just to get the news out there about this bill. And so far in the campaign, we've had 12 op-eds published just this last month. And then we had more published last year. And we have 28 more. I think people are still writing and trying to get them submitted to their local papers. Not every time you get it published, but many do. And I would encourage everyone on this call, if you're interested in joining the campaign, writing your own op-ed, it's super easy. I'm not a writer. Most people in the group aren't writers, but it's very doable, and we have a lot of steps to help you along the way. So I'd encourage you to join our meeting next week, next Tuesday, on March 8th. We have a meeting at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and you can join us at that meeting to get started on your op-ed and maybe get one featured in your paper as well. Also, I want to mention at the beginning, we had the folks from Ukraine talking about their efforts to support Ukraine. And one way that I think they're considering supporting Ukraine is with an op-ed event as well that's next Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm not sure if they wanted to include any Peace Corps volunteer in that, but I think it'd be a good event to go to and support Ukraine as well. And so that was a pretty fast summary, but we're getting towards the end of our time. So hopefully there's going to be links in the chat where you can join us at our event next week, as well as our ongoing events every second Tuesday of the month. And then we also have a link in the chat to our document that kind of explains the op-ed template that we're using, as well as the steps you can take to writing your own op-ed for your own local paper, which I encourage you to take a look at.